I've already sat down to record this, but my microphone died. So I have to redo this. So bear with me. My dogs are about to bark. I'm just a curious bitch. Swallowed it up. So just because I can read 124 books doesn't mean that I should, but I'm gonna do it again. I know I'm gonna do it again. I read 124 books in 3 months. Was it worth it? Let's just say my TBR didn't stand a chance. From page 1 to page 32,200, this was one of the most chaotic reading quarters of my life. So let's break it down. I read 124 books between January 1st and March 31st. I read a total of, according to Goodreads, 32,206 pages. According to Storygraph, it's 30,000. Average, that breaks down to 358 pages a day and about 10 a week. The shortest book I read was 27 pages, and that is Murder at the Royal Ruby by Nita Prose. And the longest book I read was Demon's Dream by L. Kaysen, and that was 750 pages. My most read genres were romance and fantasy, and 99% was fiction. So that means I only read 2 nonfiction books that I kept track of or completed. Formats, it was 70% digital, 22% print, and 9% audio. Instead of going through all these books and wasting all this time, I am just going to go through my favorites of each genre. Since romance is number 1, we're going to start with romance, and I have 7 favorites of the genre according to Storygraph. The Danger Family. Oh, and these are in no particular order. I don't think I could do that for some of these. Some of these are at number 1, at number 2, number 3, all together for all these genres. Here we go. We're just going to go through my favorites from each genre. We have The Danger Family trilogy by Dia Carter, however which way you say it. I do not intend to mess up people's names. I hate messing up people's names. My sister has a name that's not easy to pronounce, and so we grew up correcting people. I don't like messing up people's names. I apologize ahead of time if I pronounce it wrong. I haven't seen interviews, so I haven't heard people say their names. Danger Family, I love this one. I ate it up, and I'm thinking about rereading it already because I read it in January, and I remember I loved it. And only one of them I gave it 4.5 stars. I liked, and that was the second one. I think he had just got on my nerves, but I loved the story or whatever. But the first and the third, I definitely gave 5 stars. I would definitely reread that one. The vibes was there, my type of hood love story, but professional. I love that shit. The spice level was there. If it's a 6 out of 5, okay. Next, Treacherous Twins. I fucking love. I read all 7 because when I started the first one, there was 6 out, and the 7th came out by the time I got there. And then I had to wait on winter. I pre-ordered it. I bought the book so that I can reread it. I will be rereading Treacherous Twins by Letitia Raynor. And now there's 8 in that series, and I'll reread them. My favorite of the series is Loyal because he's a tattoo artist, and so is my husband. So I'm a little biased in that regard. Thank you, Chihuahua. Next up is the McLean Brothers series by Alexandria House. Miss House knows she know how to fucking write, okay? I've read at least 10 of her books. I would say it's probably 12 over the years, and I've reread 2, and I'm gonna reread all her whole catalog. Next is The Delgado Family by Jaquel J. When I tell you I read Capone, Capodanno, and Capri all in little over 24 hours, less than 36 hours. I was so tired. I read everything. It was so fast paced. I didn't want to miss nothing. I wanted to know what was coming up next. I was rooting for the family. I loved it. I read all that so that I could read Quazim, and I haven't read Quazim yet, but I think I'm waiting for it to be done. But for the most part, when it comes to fast-paced stories, I'd rather them be done. So I didn't read Quazim because he was new. I think the second one had just came out, so I'm waiting to read that. Next is Man of the Year, Duology, I guess, because it was only 2 books when I read it. Duology by Connie Easton. Loved it. Loved it. Those two books made me go and look at more in her catalog. Some of these authors I've read before, like 2017, 2016. I stopped reading as much urban fiction, so I forgot. So when I look them up and I see their other books that I read, and I'm like, oh, it just makes so much sense. And I think she one of them that I used to read. The next up is The Art of Hood Love series by Antoinette Sherrill. Gobbled this shit up. It was like hood love, but so like a romance, contemporary romance, but it was just so ghetto. And I told y'all already, I love hood shit. I love ghetto shit. It was so cute though. And the last one for the romance genre is Demon's Dream by L. Kaysen. I feel like I am. So Demon's Dream by L. Kaysen. Loved it. I started off hating it and I ended up loving it. That definitely is a 4.5 stars. But how they started and how she fell in love with him, I will never know. So I didn't like. That's why I got the 4.5 stars, not 5 stars. And then the last one on that list is Losing Control. Losing Control is a romantic comedy, and that shit is so fucking funny. So yeah, in romance, that shit is up there. Next is fantasy. Oh, fantasy, I have 5. So 5 favorites. Drew Collins series by Granger. I will read every fucking thing Granger write. I like As Desiree, but the paranormal world of the characters explains it way more than in her Desiree writing. Desiree is like it teeters on paranormal, whereas Granger, she just urban fantasy, paranormal, all the way out there, and that's my favorite. Written in Red, I read That's From the Others by Ann Bishop. I love the world building in that one, and I wanted to get to some other ones, so I paused on that one because I went back to reading romance. But yeah, right now that's the fantasy that I am into right now. I'm reading fantasy, I'm reading young adult romance, and I'm reading urban fiction romance right now. Anyway, Heartless Hunter, part of the Crimson Moth. I don't know if it's gonna be a trilogy, duology, I don't know what it is, but it's part of the Crimson Moth. I surprised at how much I liked it. That was top. Another one is Serpent and the Wings of Night. I have owned that audiobook for years and I never read it. And I got it on sale and I bought the rest of the series and I never read it. So I went to the library and I saw it in the library. I said, okay, let me read it. I liked it. I really liked it. And the last of the fantasy series is Be Love Presents Fairy Tale series. So BLP Fairy Tale series. They are fairy tale retellings, fairy tale retellings, and I love them. And the only reason I stopped is because I don't like only one in the series. I didn't get into the male character, so I stopped reading it. Next category would be contemporary fiction, and in that one I have 3. So one of them is Between Friends and Lovers by Shirlene Obuabi. I loved it. I gave this one a 5 stars. This one hit home for me personally, and dealing with the mental health and all that. So yeah, I really liked that one. It was really cute. Surprised at like how much it pulled on my heartstrings. The next one is Falling for a Rose series by Stephanie Nicole Norris. I gobbled this up. I went looking for more of her books and added them to my TBR list and all that stuff. Yeah, I really liked it. The last one in this genre, contemporary genre, is Inevitable series by Christina C. Jones. I remember laughing a little bit at certain characters, which I really like when an author can use the comedic relief for the character and not spread it on to everybody when everybody wasn't funny from the beginning. I think I really enjoyed that aspect of, like, it is a romantic comedy, but it ain't too much. Whereas like Lady Nisha, the whole fucking book is hilarious. This one is more about the romance and the relationships between people, and I love drama between family and friends and stuff like that. So yeah, anyway, next genre I read this quarter is young adult, and like I said before, that is my like urban fiction, and young adult is the first 2 that I would like read a whole bunch of those. So I fall back on it monthly, but I read a few. I didn't really like. It was like average like 3 a month. I'm reading 40 books, 30 to 40 books a month. I read like 2-3 YA. There's more I want to read. I don't know. The story has to be really good. The coming of age part has to be age appropriate. I said that before. Anyway, Light Lark. I read the first one by Alex Asher, and I was surprised at how much I liked it. So yeah, Light Lark. Legendborn, the first one in the Legendborn series. I like that one. Not so much the next one, but the first one I really liked it. The Belle series by, how you say her name? Danielle Clayton. I really liked that series. Devoured the first two, and then I don't know why I stopped reading the third one, but I intend to finish. It's not like I hate it. No, I'm a mood reader, so I picked up something else. And the last one is category is This Poison Heart by Kaylin Barron, and I was pleasantly surprised with this one. This one also I had on Kindle for a while, and I didn't read it. And when I did read it, I was so pleasantly surprised. I just picked it up, and I don't know, I really liked it. So yeah. All right. Last two categories, genre categories, is mystery and short story. So mystery, thriller, horror, I put all together. Crime, whatever you want to call it. Hide and Fall from the Detective Harriet Foster series by Tracy Clark. Oh, I loved it. It was like watching Criminal Minds. I loved it. I swallowed it up. Like, it was less than a day for each book. Definitely less than a day for each. It was like 200 something pages each. I think I have to look. But it was so fast. It was fast paced. It really felt like watching Criminal Minds, and I'm pretty sure that's what she had in mind, like a crime drama show. It was, she did that. I want to finish it. I just took a break to read romance. The next one is Paranormal Nonsense, the first book of the Blue Moon Investigation series by Steve Higgs. Some of these is the whole series, and some of these is like specific books. And this one is, I really like the first one, and I like the second one, I like the third one, but I was a little bored after that. And there's a bunch of them in there, so I'm just gonna wait till I feel like reading like a skeptical book, because he's a skeptic and he disproves all the paranormal things going on. You go through to figure, it's like Scooby-Doo basically, for adult. He's a private investigator. Scooby-Doo, private investigator. That's really like an urban fantasy type Scooby-Doo. And the last one in this category is The Bitter Truth by Shanora Williams. This one is a stalker book, and the plot twist on this is really good. I liked it. I finished it really fast. This one felt like watching, I don't know, something on like OWN. it was really good. And then like I said, last category, short story. I read 3 short stories, and I only like one of them was my favorite, and that is A Welcome Reunion. I liked it because I was like, what the fuck is going on? Like, what? Like, huh? So I really enjoyed that. I really enjoyed that. Whereas the other ones was like, that one was really good. So some of the wildest moments of the quarter definitely came from Treacherous Twins. I'm kind of I laugh at that one because it's so much family drama, and in my real life, in my family and my husband's family, it's a lot of like messy drama, and like with family like that who need enemies and swapping partners and stuff like that. So it wasn't too far-fetched, some of the stuff going. I know that's not normal for some people and it's unrealistic, but not exactly me and my husband per se, but people in our families have found their partner from a family member's ex, and both sides. So that part, and then the scheming and all that stuff, and yeah, it was a lot. The next one, wildest moments, would be from Losing Control by Lady Nisha. When I say that's the funniest book I done read ever, that is the funniest book I done read ever. Unless I come across something that proved me wrong again, that is the funniest book I've ever fucking read. When I say romantic comedy, it's a comedy with a little bit of romance, with some spice and all that, but that shit is so funny. She is a comedian. Oh my goodness. And she could tell the story. So I thoroughly enjoyed Losing Control and all of the roller coaster that I was on with it. And also Demon's Dream. Demon's Dream had some trigger warning moments for me, because a lot of the stuff that went on, the traumatic stuff that went on, I have had conversations with people who went through the exact same things, and it was real freaky for her to put so much of that in one book. Like, it lived some of it in a good way, not some, like, it made me sad, yes, but I was glad to feel some of the feelings that I felt while reading that book, and it made me think back to some things that some people that I know experience, and made me like look at them different or whatever. surprises, letdowns, and series that I binge. Okay, so there's 2 books I didn't expect to love, and I did. So Heartless Hunter, I freaking loved it. I bought it. I had to buy it. I read it on Kindle Unlimited. I had to buy it because in order to read the second book, I had to buy it. And that's kind of dumb to buy the second book and not buy the first one. So yeah, Between Lovers and Friends, I got it from the library, and I just thought the cover was cute. It had purple in there, and I liked the artwork, and so I just was like, and it was more so about friendships too. Like, I like romance, but I like friendships and familiar relationships and coworker. I like different kinds of relationships. So it made me pick it, and I freaking loved it. I didn't know that I would. I just thought it'd be something cute to read, and I ended up loving it. A hype book that flopped. I have 3. Y'all gonna hate me. Y'all gonna hate me, or y'all gonna love me. Number 1, The Reign of Shadow and Ending. When I tell you there's no fucking plot to this shit, you set up this whole magic system and all this, and it flopped. Whoever loves this book can kiss my ass. That shit has so much potential. That's the only reason I finished it. I finished it just so I can keep talking shit about it. There's other ones that I finished and I hate it, and it's whatever. This one has so much fucking potential, and it sucked. The romance sucked. They shouldn't have added romance. If it would have just stuck to straight fantasy and built that system up like that and talked about, it would have been great. Adding romance, I feel like fuck up the story. I don't give a fuck what happened to anybody in that story to figure out what the fuck happened. It ain't gonna get better for me. There's no getting better. The shit sucked. It sucked. You can't make me like that. The main character, he was a whiny little shit. Like, it just made no fucking sense. It was like everything I hated about Zodiac Academy. He had no power. And what the fuck was she? And why the fuck was she playing the game if she's so powerful? Way more I just hated it. I hated it. The next one is Quicksilver. I don't know if it was me mood reading. I do own it. I let my sister read it. I don't know if it was that, and I just gotta try rereading it. But I gave that shit 2.5 stars. And again, that was because potential. I gave Rain Shot. That shit is a 1 star. And if I could give 0, bitch, I get that whole 0. Quicksilver, I gave 2.5 stars. It was just okay. It wasn't too bad. It wasn't too good. It was okay. I feel like it was very overhyped. That's all. It was just an okay read, and it was overhyped. And the last one that was like a book that flopped and it was hyped, Bloodmark. Okay, here's why. Hear me out. I don't know shit about Arthur. I don't know shit about Arthur and his knights. The only thing I know about Arthur, and I know his name, is because of Merlin. Anything with Merlin, I watch. I have no idea what Arthur so. I feel like maybe I should read about Arthur and his knights, so therefore I could understand the significance of things that's going on in Bloodmark, or the Shadow King thing. Maybe I gotta reread it. I forced myself to finish that one too. I gave that one 3 stars, 2.5 stars. I'm sorry. But it had to be said. That's my opinion. Everybody have it. You don't like, I'm sorry. Sorry that I don't give a fuck that you don't agree with me, but we can agree to disagree. I don't like them. I'm sorry. Series that I devoured. So there's a whole bunch and when I say that, I mean I read them back to back and so fast. So Treacherous Twins, I already said that, by Natisha Raynor. Inevitable by Christina C. Jones. The Brown Brothers by Connie Easton. The Danger Family by India Carter. McLean Brothers by Alexandria House. The Delgado Family by Jaquel J. One Chill Millionaire and On Chill with the Millionaire by Black Lavish. This one was like, I wanted to know what was going on. It was good. I gave it like 3.5 stars. Like, it was okay, but I liked it, you know. Wicked Witches of Pendle Island by Mara Webb. I do like to read cozy mystery, cozy fantasy. I do read that. Shoot me. I know some people don't like that, but I could read high fantasy and I could read cozy. I prefer cozy, to be honest. I'm not gonna sit here and act like a high intellect individual. There's a bunch of shit that go over my head that I don't understand, just like I said with Bloodmark. I like cozy fantasy. I like cozy mystery. So Wicked Witches of Pendle Island, paranormal, cozy mystery. The Come series by Kay Shanae. Read that shit so fast. Smut is welcome around these streets. The Caesar Cartel by Natisha Raynor. I read that after Treacherous Twins. Yes, I did. The Bells by Dion Clayton. The Art of Love by Antoinette Sherrill. I'm talking about all these I read. Drew Collins by Granger. The Be Love presents fairy tale, retelling fairy tales. Love that shit. Can't wait to finish those. And the B series by Natavia. Oh, one more. And the Night Brothers by Julia Anderson. Every single one of those I read 3 or more back to back to back, less than a day. Especially if they like around 200 pages. Yeah, I'm reading 2.5 that day. Yes, I am. Genres that I unexpectedly enjoy. Contemporary fiction, I come to realize I like, and horror, which I said in my intro I don't, but I do like. So in my quarter, those came up a couple times and I enjoyed those that I did read. Okay. So, what did I learn from reading this quarter? I learned that I love hood shit. And also that I love mysteries more than I realized. I do know with TV, when I was really into TV, I would watch crime dramas, what do you call those? Police procedures? Yeah. But I learned that I like to read it in books. When I was younger though, I didn't. I would just, when I got too curious, I would just read to the end and figure it out because I couldn't wait. But now, like, I like to get all the details and guess and be wrong and right and figure it out. So yeah. I also learned that I'm a mood reader, and instead of fighting it, I just go with it, because I normally would make myself finish a book and feel bad that I don't finish and then go into a reading slump. I realized I will put a book down so damn fast. I allow myself to DNF stuff. And yeah, I'm a mood reader and a binge reader. So if I'm up late, I'm reading. And I was up late a lot because quarter one is just a shitty quarter overall for things that went on in my life, like in different like years. And so it's just a really hard time. So I spent a lot of January just reading because it's my birthday month, but it's like just a lot of bad like PTSD stuff from January. So I'm a binge reader and I'm a mood reader. I learned that I read between 300, 400 pages a day for the most part. Some days I can go up to 6. Some days I go as low as 2. But for the most 20 days out of the month is 300 to 400 pages a day. So 4 to 7 hours throughout the day. So then how do I balance quantity with the enjoyment? Reading as much as I can is the enjoyment, to be honest. I learned not to finish a series if I'm not liking the next, like if I don't care what happens to the characters, then I'm not gonna keep reading the series. So that's a huge part, because that will put me in a slump if I don't finish. So if I don't care what the fuck go on with them hoes and them niggas, I'm not reading it. I'm not gonna keep reading. If I want to know how to close out that story, I'll go ahead and do that. But yeah, and then I also read what I'm in the mood for, and I don't force myself to finish the books, like I said. So just because I can read 124 books doesn't mean that I should, but I'm gonna do it again. I know I'm gonna do it again. What's next? So for the next quarter, my goals is to read longer books in April. So therefore, I should also do that reading TBR jar. I feel like I should do that and then put the longer books in there, because I want to it's like eating fast food versus a full course. Yeah, I'm gonna get full and yeah, I enjoy it. But if it's not like a series that I could put like as a saga and add it all together, like there's certain books that's like 500, 600 pages is normal. And a lot of people complain about that, but I like big books and I cannot lie. Y'all other hoes, y'all can deny it, but I'm not. I like them thick. I will buy a book just because it's thick. These books right here I bought just because they was thick. There's a few other ones. I will pick it up and I will read it simply because it's thick. And then there's some books I figure out they were so thick and I was pleasantly surprised. So yeah, longer books in April. In May, I want to read more nonfiction because I was cataloging all my books and I want to finish a lot of the nonfiction books on self-development and like learning more about Black history, American history, world history, earth history, science. I'm just a curious bitch. So I just want to read more nonfiction for May. And then in June, I'll catch up on like romance stuff I missed. Anything that I didn't get to read because I was more focused on like my goals. So like the smaller books that's on my TBR that I didn't read in the first 5 months of the year. So that's what we'll be doing in June. So will I change my pace? No. I'll keep my page count consistent, so I'll read still 300 to 400 pages a day. But since I'll be reading larger books, the quantity of my book count will go down, but my pace basically is gonna stay the same. And I still read my short hood stories in between some of these big books, so that will help. But yeah, my page amount will stay the same, but book count will go down. If you have any recommendations based on all these books that I've mentioned or smiled about or hated or whatever like that, and you want me to steer clear of them holes, please be a good friend and go ahead and recommend or tell me not to read certain books, which is crazy because sometimes I like things that other people don't like, or I like things that I didn't like. So, but if I hate it, I'm gonna always hate it. And if you read anything this year that rocked your world or wrecked your emotions, because I have some books already in April that made me cry like a baby already in April. I was like, really? Let me know in the comments, and we could trade. We could trade trauma. I don't really want a trauma bond. We could let it go, like Elsa, and be happy people. Be happy people. Okay, I'm excited for this one because like I said, I didn't start tracking until March. I said like I said, but this is my second time recording this today because my microphone was dead and it kept going in and out. But I didn't start tracking or cataloging anything that I have, like my collection or what I borrow or what I read I don't read, until March. So I did a lot of back cataloging for January and February. In January, I read the most. So that was fun. Yay. I'm still not even done with the book journaling part of that. But yeah, I'm excited for the second one because I can keep more track. I know more what to buy, what to borrow, what to read. Like, I'm getting better at what I want to know already. And so it's only up from here once I'm on Booktube and connecting with people and seeing more videos and finding more things and knowing more what I like and spending more time reading. So I'm just excited. I'm excited. Like I said, leave me a comment, like, subscribe. Thank you for watching, and be back for my next one. I'll probably review all my 5-star reads. If you have any things you want to know or video recommendations you would like to see or you think I should put as a newbie, go ahead and put that in the comments.